Below the belt, your blood flow can be losing strength every single morning, and most men over 60 never feel it happening until the damage is already done. But here's the good news I want you to hold on to. There's a 90-second habit you can do right after you wake up that helps protect the very circulation that controls firmness, energy, and morning strength, and almost nobody is talking about it. Stay with me because I'm going to show you exactly what it is, why mornings are the most dangerous window of your whole day for your blood vessels, and how to stack 2 small wins into a minute and a half that your circulation will thank you for. And honestly, I was skeptical about this when I first read it. It sounded too small to matter. I was wrong, and I'll explain why. Let me start with the part most men get backwards. When firmness and performance start to fade, men assume it's just age, just hormones, just one of those things. But here's the truth that changed how I look at all of this. Firmness is, first and foremost, a blood flow event. It depends almost entirely on healthy blood vessels and on a little molecule called nitric oxide, whose whole job is to relax and open those vessels so blood can rush in where it matters. Now here's the key. The vessels that supply performance down there are small, much smaller than the ones around your heart. And when something starts to damage the lining of your blood vessels, that delicate inner wall called the endothelium, the small vessels show it first, years before the big ones. That's why circulation below the belt is one of the earliest warning signs of vascular health in the whole body. It's like the canary in the coal mine. When morning strength starts slipping, your body may be waving a flag about your blood vessels long before your doctor ever mentions your heart. So what's doing the damage? For a huge number of men over 60, it's something quiet and sneaky, blood sugar creeping up. And I don't just mean diabetes. I mean the slow drift upward that happens to so many of us in our 50s and 60s, the pre-diabetic range, the "your numbers are a little high, but let's watch it" range. Research suggests that even modestly elevated blood sugar can injure that vessel lining and lower nitric oxide, which means the vessels just can't open the way they used to. Less opening, less flow, less firmness. Simple as that. And here's where mornings come in. This is the loop I opened at the start. Your blood sugar doesn't just respond to what you eat. In the early morning, your body releases a natural surge of hormones to wake you up, and that surge can push your blood sugar up before you've eaten a single thing. It's sometimes called the dawn effect. So you stumble into the kitchen, your sugar's already drifting high, and then a lot of men do the worst possible thing. They pour a big glass of juice, a bowl of sugary cereal, toast with jam, coffee loaded with sugar, on top of an already rising baseline. That creates a sharp spike. And every sharp spike is another small stress on those tiny, precious vessels. Mornings, in other words, are the highest risk window of your day for the exact circulation that controls your vitality, which is also why mornings are your single best opportunity to protect it. That's the whole idea behind this habit. Okay, here it is. The 90-second morning habit. And it's really 2 small moves stacked together. Move 1. Before you eat your breakfast, take a short, easy walk. I'm not talking about exercise. I'm talking about 90 seconds of gentle movement. Walk to the end of your driveway and back, pace around the kitchen, walk up and down the hall a couple of times. The reason this works is beautiful in its simplicity. When you contract the big muscles in your legs, those muscles pull sugar out of your bloodstream and burn it for fuel without needing much insulin at all. So that morning sugar drift, you're soaking some of it up before it ever gets the chance to spike. Research suggests even a couple of minutes of light walking can meaningfully blunt a blood sugar rise. Now go ahead and do this with me, even right now while you're listening. Stand up, walk a slow lap around the room. Just feel how easy that is. That's it. That's the dose. If you can do it after breakfast too, even better. But the pre-meal version is the one most men skip, and it's the one that sets the tone for the whole morning. Move 2, and this stacks right on top. When you do sit down to eat your protein and your vegetables or fats first, and save the starchy, sugary stuff for last. This is called sequencing, and it's almost free. Same food, same plate, just a different order. When protein and fiber hit your stomach first, they slow down how fast everything else gets absorbed, so the sugar trickles in instead of flooding in. Eggs before the toast, the meat before the potatoes. A little flatter curve, a little less stress on those vessels. Walk first, protein first. 90 seconds of movement, then a smarter order on the plate. 2 small wins, stacked, in the window that matters most. That's the habit. And by the way, supporting healthy blood flow is also about giving those vessels what they need to make nitric oxide in the first place. There's a natural blood flow support I personally like for this, and I left it down in the description if you ever want to look into it. No pressure at all. The walk and the sequencing are the foundation, and they cost you nothing. Let me close the loop I opened because I promised I'd tell you why I stopped being skeptical. What won me over wasn't a promise of overnight change. It was understanding the mechanism. Once I realized that firmness is a flow event, that flow depends on healthy small vessels, and that those vessels get hammered hardest by morning sugar spikes, the habit stopped looking small. It looked like leverage. The cheapest, easiest leverage you've got on the one number that quietly drives so much of your vitality. So here's what I'd love you to do. Give it a 14-day test. 2 weeks. Every morning, the 90-second pre-meal walk, then protein first at the table. Don't expect fireworks on day 2. This is about protecting and slowly restoring the health of your blood vessels, and vessels heal on their own timeline. But pay attention over those 2 weeks to your morning energy, to your steadiness, to that quiet sense of vitality coming back online. A lot of men tell me the first thing they notice isn't dramatic, it's just that they feel a little more like themselves, and if you want to make it stick, pair it with something you already do. Tie the walk to letting the dog out, or to starting the coffee. Habits that lean on habits are the ones that last. That's the whole thing. Mornings are when your circulation is most exposed, and 90 seconds of the right moves is how you guard it. Small habit, real leverage, exactly where it counts. And like I mentioned, if you want to check out the blood flow support I use, it's down in the description. Totally optional, only if you're curious. Take care of those vessels, my friend. They take care of just about everything else. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, this is general education to help you ask better questions, not medical advice. So always loop in your own doctor before you change anything.